Okay. I wasn't even looking at the time to see I got cut off, but okay. So, Piper. Yeah. Okay. So, like I said, I had gained really a insignificant amount of weight, but both my kids were, like I said, healthy as can be. No NICU. My son was born. My son Easton was born 5.5 weeks early, and he was 4 pounds 11 ounces. When we left the hospital, um, my where I was, my son was born 5.5 weeks early, and he was born at 4 pounds 11 ounces. And when we left 20 hours later, I nursed him too, by the way. When we left 20 hours later, he was 4 pounds 5 ounces. So he wasn't even 4.5 pounds. And trying to put him in a car seat, my first child that was 25 years old, I'd like, what do I do? Like, I had no idea. But at the same token, nobody in my family, uh, all the grandkids, all the kids were grown, 25, 30. My brother is 5 years older than me, so he was 30 at the time. Um, like, I didn't have any help. I didn't have any help, so I, I had watched a lot of and babysat a lot of kids, and I was a live-in nanny, and then I was a nanny for another family, so I was always around kids. And the reason I stopped the nannying business was, well, not only the kids got older and they didn't need me, but the last couple I was with had said, Alina, if you keep doing this, you will never want kids of your own because you always are watching everybody. I mean, a live-in nanny, so like I got up with the kids. Hang on a minute. Oh, I got up with the kids. I made them breakfast, got them ready for school, got them ready for daycare, took care of the husband and wife. Did all the laundry, cleaned the house, did the grocery shopping, did the errands, got the kids back, home, back in their routine, back on the, getting their snacks, cooked dinner, did the dishes, and then went home at night. I was young, I didn't have any kids, I was with a boyfriend I was with for a while, um, so that was my life, and the last couple I had watched was like, for receipt from our pictures today, had let me go because they had said, like, if you keep doing this, you will never want your own kids. Like, you'll be so burnt out from taking care of everybody else's kids that you won't want to do this. And I knew that wasn't the case. I knew I would always want a family and want kids. And, I have two now. I just turned 31 this year, and my husband says one more, and I really want two. And so I'm twins run in my family, and my mom is a twin. So since she didn't have twins, nor did my aunt, like, it's on us. Like, it's our generation. It skips a generation. So it should be like me or my sister or my cousin. There you go. But so fingers crossed, since my husband only says only one more, and I want two. So well, keeping my fingers crossed with him. But anyways, I will show you my 111 weight, my pre-pregnancy, and I'm sure you can see my crazy gallbladder operation scars. But so, and I don't work out and I don't restrict myself at all whatsoever. I like raw food. I love sushi. If I can find fresh fish, I eat raw fish. I eat raw lamb. I'm a very I don't know. It's not that I'm like it's not like that I'm like super organic because I'm not. Because I can't afford to be that way. And we pick a lot of our own vegetables. We go to the farm every weekend, if not every other weekend. So we pick a lot of our own, and it's just very conscious. I don't feed my kids garbage. My kids eat very good, and to be honest, they're almost vegetarian too because neither of my kids eat red meat, very seldom chicken, if anything fish, but not raw. Although Piper at 8.5 months old did eat raw lamb and loved it and was fine with it. Didn't get sick. Knock me if you want, but you don't. Um, if you don't try it with your kids, how are you ever gonna know? Um, my son eats the raw lamb a little, not as much as my daughter likes it. Kibbe, sweet kibbe, and I go to a specialty place that does it fresh to order for me. So yeah, a lot of raw vegetables. My kids love vegetables. They love beans, any kind of beans. Um, what else do you guys eat? They eat good. I bake my own bread, sweet bread. And then like from eggs, they love eggs. They eat a lot of eggs. Um, fried egg sandwich, not well, fried egg sandwiches, but not like in fat and stuff like in a nonstick. Um, raw fish, sushi, raw lamb, meat, you know, so. But I, now that I'm off the subject again. So okay, pre-pregnancy. Like I said, I'm 111 pounds. I don't work out. I don't restrict. I just like what I like. So I mean, oh God, that doesn't make me look that skinny. Anyways, look, so but with the camera rating, it's pretty crappy. So there's, yeah, you're not gonna see it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 where they took my gallbladder out 5 weeks after my daughter. So, but anyways, through pregnancy and like I said, I only gained. With my son, I gained 7 pounds. With Piper, I gained 11. So I just, I'm small and I eat healthy, so I don't put on unnecessary or excess weight. Although, here, baby, which is really funny because when I'm pregnant, like I eat a ton, but I just eat a ton of the right things. Um, apples, I could sit before I went to bed and eat 3 apples. I would have to buy a 3 pound bag of apples every 2 days with both my kids because I was eating that many apples. I just eat the right things. So, but anyways, fingers crossed that I don't start. And I know I got off 4,000 subjects here, but so okay, YouTube. You guys have a nice night. If I don't get back, everybody have a nice weekend. Bye.